Hello? Woo! 240 feet, and you can hear the water dripping down there. Hello! Damn, that's a long way. You can actually hear the water down there dripping. Morning, everybody. It's me again, JB. Ooh. I'd say that there's Berlin. So, this morning, I'm out at Bobcat cabin, obviously, and we're gonna be setting some traps this morning. Coming back, eat some breakfast. I'm gonna want to eat breakfast before, I don't know. That bait I got from Minnesota might ruin my appetite. Anyway, go set some traps, do a little bit of piddly work here on the cabin, and then get back home. I think the girls are planning on coming out tomorrow, and we get the well dug on Monday, God willing. I talked to the well digging fella yesterday, and he said no problem, he'll be here. Once you mention that you have cash for him, this ought to be fun. And I'll take you along today too to show you some of the traps that I do. I've got some pipes made up for some pipe dream sets. I think I'm gonna try some sets out in the open more. I haven't gotten one thing on those first dirt hole sets that I set, so I probably did it wrong, and that's fine. You gotta learn as you go along, you know. So the day is beautiful, the Lord is great. That's pretty much all there is to it. Welcome back, folks. I'm down here setting my trap line. I've already set one over there in the sweet gum thicket, and I've always noticed coyote scat and sign all down this road. Since we bought the property, since the first time we looked at the property, they seem to use this road quite a bit. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for a spot where there's some coyote scat on the road, and That way I know for sure that that's a spot where they might take a minute, you know, and sniff around and check things out. Now, I've got my bait, this stuff here. And let me tell you, don't get any on you. This stuff is made by a feller what lives in Minnesota, and it came with like 6 feet of plastic electrical tape around the top edge of it, and I was thinking, why in the world do they need this much tape? Well, I found out. It's because the stuff stinks. As soon as you take the tape off, you don't even have to open it yet. You just take the tape off, and it's just, it hits you. It's like, woof, man. So I'm gonna show you how I'm setting these traps. Remember, this is a learning experience for me. I do not have a lot of experience setting these foothold traps right now, but I'm gaining experience steadily as I go along. So far, my experience is I haven't caught anything with a foothold trap. I've caught a couple of, actually I've caught 3 coons, 2 in a live trap, no, 1 in a live trap and 2 in foothold traps, so that's good. When I say foothold, I mean like the dog-proof foothold, but I'm wanting to catch some more. I'm wanting to get better with using these. I've got some Dukes number 2s. Wanting to get a little bit better with that. Ah, here we go. Okay, so this is old, but you can see that fuzzy thing right there? And this over here? That is old coyote poo. So I know they're coming around through here. So what I'm gonna do is go over by one of these trees, these little saplings. I've been actually using the saplings for my anchors because I don't have any anchors to go on the ground yet. But that'll probably change. It doesn't take a very big tree, just something where they can't get away from it, you know. And I'll put it down there in the bottom, and I just nail it to the tree and see what happens. So here we go. So I've got my number 2 set, and you know, try to be careful with it. Always grab them on the side like that. The trick is you've got to set it up to where you've got enough room to have the trap there, but then also nail it to the base of the tree so that they don't get away too far. So that ought to be good. So now I know about where I want my trap. I'm gonna move that over and start digging this out. Some people use special hammers for this stuff, and I could see where those type of things would come in real handy. I don't have anything against a special hammer, that's for sure. I just don't have one right yet, so you know. Anyway, I don't want to get it down too deep. I just want to make it deep enough to where I can, sorry about the camera angle. I just want it deep enough to where I can set this trap. Kind of down in there. And when I go to set it, it'll be nice and sturdy. I think that'll about do it right there, boys. Now, what I've been using, I'm gonna cover that up, don't worry. What I've been using to attach them to the trees are these 16D nails. There we go. And they work pretty good, man, I think. We'll find out. We will find out. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but I actually nailed it all the way through a little tree to the other side and bent the nail over, so should be okay. Now, gotta get this trap to where it's pretty set. You don't want them moving a whole lot at all. And then what I've been doing, since I don't have any pan covers made up or anything yet, what I've been doing is putting leaves on it. And actually, I want to set that down just a hair. That pan is probably still up too much, but I think it'll be okay. I'm not sure. We'll find out. So what I've been doing is just putting some leaves there, just to kind of cover up the pan. And then I know I'm supposed to use gloves and all that stuff, but oh God. I do know that you don't want rocks in there. That's not good. Rocks are not good. I know, this doesn't look very good. And it's not, really. And that's okay. I'm supposed to have like a dirt sifting pan and a whole bunch of other stuff. That's great if you got it. I don't got it yet. And I'll probably invest in one, to be honest with you. I probably will invest in one. Anyway, I know you can totally see all of that. But that's okay. So I'm gonna get my pipe. So instead of doing just a normal dirt hole set, I just started today doing these, what they call a pipe dream set. It's basically a dirt hole set, but instead of doing the dirt hole with a drill or whatever, you actually just put a pipe in the ground and they come looking at it and get into it. So I got my pipes and I'm just going to put one, since this seems to be the way they travel, you know, and on through down the road. I'm gonna try to get them not so much coming in and sniffing crossways from the trap, but sniffing. I'm trying to make this easy for them. So I'm gonna put it like right over here or something, you know, about, I don't know, 9-10 inches away from the trap. And hopefully that'll make it real easy on them. So I'm gonna start pounding this pipe in the ground. Okay, now we've got our pipe in the ground and it's time for the stink bait. And let me tell you, whew, it does stink. Okay, when this stuff came, like I said, you can see it's got a little bit of tape on it. That's only about 1/3 of the tape that was on it. And I was wondering, why would somebody put 3 or 4 feet of tape on this thing? I found out why. This stuff stinks. It's basically just slightly rotted meat and other things. I can't imagine that any kind of critter would not want to, you know, at least come and check this thing out. Let me tell you, it's they call it a loud bait, and what I think they mean by that is the stuff stinks. So, you know, all I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get a little tiny stick of some kind, and I'm gonna open this up, get just enough on there, and I mean not even a teaspoon probably, but just enough on there to where it stinks, which ain't gonna take much, trust me. And then put it down in this hole. And I'm gonna take the whole thing, put it down in there. Evidently you don't wanna put your application tool, like just throw it out after you're done with it, because the animal will go over there, because, you know, it's a scent that attracts them. So I'm gonna hold my breath for a minute. That's it. That's all the more I'm gonna put in that puppy. And I'm gonna stick it way down there. Whew. Oh man. There's really no explaining or describing what that stuff actually smells like. It's like stink bait that you use for catfish, plus salt, that, and crap. Ugh, but evidently, you know, the animals, the coons and the coyotes like it, so we're gonna see. Okay, I think I might have done a little bit better with this one. It's right here at the creek, and I know that the deer and coyotes and coons and bobcats and everything else come right through here and up this way in front of my game camera and on across the property line that way. And then they just, I don't know where they go from there, but that's where they go. So anyway, I've got that one set down there that's been there, but I didn't really have much very good bait in it. So I set a pipe there, put some bait there, and I feel good about it now because it's on, that's the only element that it was missing was some decent bait. And it's on the same trail that goes out to the food plot. So, that same trail cuts across the creek twice and ends up here. And I think I've done a little bit better this time. So, there's the trap, duh, I'm sure you can see it, no biggie. I got it a little bit better, you know, covered up. But there's my pipe. So I'm going to put my bait in this one and call it a day. I'm going to let these traps hunt. So that way I have 2 here, 2 up on the road, and then 1 down by the feeder that's one of those foothold traps. Anyway, I'm excited about this, and I can't wait to see. Hopefully I'll catch a bobcat or a coon or a coyote. I don't know what else I'd catch. Creek. There seems to be a lot of wildlife down by this creek. That's the reason I put in this little food plot last year. And it never really took, but you can tell that I did put some grass in there and kind of opened up the canopy a little bit. That's pretty cool. So it gives them a little spot to munch as they're going through, because they were coming through here anyway. So anyway, I'm going to stick the stinky stuff down in that pipe and go get some breakfast after I wash my hands. So as you can see, I have gone to Tractor Supply over in Booville and got this nifty kind of rope swing looking thing for Jane and the girls, and I thought I'd go ahead and install that for them right here. But first I need to do a little bit of beefing up on that one. I think just a little bit, not much, and drill some holes up there and get these eye screws in and then hook it up. So that should be fun, and I think they'll really enjoy that. That'll give them a chance to swing on something and whatnot. It'll be cool, yeah. And there you go. And I've already sat on it to make sure my fat butt will not fall off. So that's fun. So I think that'll about do it. I think they will like that. Cool. Well, everybody, I got the swing installed. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done, but that's okay. I've gone ahead and taken a few days off from work for spring break. Just gonna chill out with the fam and all that good stuff. So we should be, God willing, coming back out here probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, to start our camping and spring break chillaxing. Also, I've got that trap line set, and so we're gonna see what happens. I'm headed back to the house, and then tomorrow we'll come back out, check the traps, and just have a good old time. So, love y'all. Bye. Yeah.
Are you Googling? Are you Googling? Are
Yep.
Are you Googling?
Yes. Get back, woman. Jesus. Okay, that feels good, actually. Oh, God. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. It's right on the verge of fucking jiggling. Back, you evil winches. Gee. Well, folks, this is how we're spending our spring break. Goddamn monkey retards. What the fuck?
Gosh.
Goddamn face coming through the. Oh, she got up.
No, ma'am.
What'd you say about all your children? The fuck are you doing?
That's
You got a rash or
so you know
something?
McKenna twerking with my fan. It's so weird. She goes. Doo, doo.
You don't twerk.
It's not twerking.
That's against
I can't
my
do it.
laws. Oh, morning everybody. It's me again, the illustrious potentate. So, slept on the futon last night. The girls are still sleeping there. Got up, started a fire. Now I'm out here waiting on the well digger to show up. So, here in a minute I'm going to go down and take a look at the traps. And then come on back up, make some breakfast, and get ready for the well digging man to show up. And decide what they're going to do, where they're going to dig, and all that other kind of stuff. So it should be interesting. I've got a big wad of cash for the well digger man. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. So just a little walkabout around the property and didn't see anything in the trap, so I better continue to let them hunt. If nothing else, I'm learning how not to trap. And that's okay. It takes a while. I don't think that trapping is a skill that you can just pick up and be successful with like that. So I'm learning. That's pretty much it, man. Gonna make another pot of coffee and wait on the man to get here. And then I think we'll do some hiking after a bit down in the Ouachita. So I will keep you tuned. Bye. Burning daylight, man. Burning daylight. We've got the casing put in. Got the first 20 foot dug, the casing put in, the concrete put in for the casing, and now we're gonna let it sit overnight. And hopefully tomorrow when they drill, they will find water and quickly. Yes. So, sweet. Hello. Why? It's so windy right now. The bugs are probably not too bad.
Yeah, there's still ticks.
Hmm? Watch out for snakes. Oh, a snaky trail. Ooh, beavers.
Where?
Evidence of beavers right here. That's a beaver did that.
Oh, I thought you told them out like the seagulls.
No, they're around. That's old, but that was done by a beaver. Looks like they might have ate up a lot of shit up here. Is there not a path going down there at all? Ferren. It's a ferren. There's definitely a path. But Oh, uh-oh. See where that rock's been moved?
Tree or bear?
Bear.
Ah.
I don't know where they are, though. Always. Ho, 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 ho! I got it. Pine sap will do for chicken, Dottie. Jesus. Oh, boy, scared the crap out of myself. Day 2 of the well digging. Hopefully, God willing, they'll hit water today, and that will be awesome. All right, folks. There's Miss Jane. So we've hit water at 160 feet. Actually, before that. And now we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes and fill up the reservoir and see what we got. folks. So, the well is dug 240 feet, a little over 2 gallons a minute. We're going to have to put a sand filter on it eventually, but there's water on the property now. That's really cool. Really cool. But now we're broke again. And that's okay too. Mr. Adair from Adair Well Drilling, he's a pretty neat old dude. And he's pretty fair and honest and does a really good job. And the guys that he works with does a good job too. They're out of Boonville down here. I've been kind of nervous about the whole ordeal with, you know, the well, and I don't think it's so much the money involved in it. I think it's the fact that it's the first thing on the homestead that we haven't done ourselves. You know, having somebody else do stuff for you, work for you, is, I don't know, it's kind of different. It's kind of different. But I trust him. He did a good job. So tomorrow they're going to come back and get their rig and take it back to the shop, I guess, and we'll be ready to go. So, moving on now to March deer chores, and I'm down here with the 22 in the fire break. Number one, just to relax, have a walk about the property, check traps, and chill out. Number two, come down here and I want you all to see something. You can certainly tell where we planted the food plots, because it's just greening up like nobody's business, man. I'm gonna have to be down here mowing soon. The clover patch down there is just green and thick and lush, and so is the winter rye here. And you can tell where everywhere else I planted winter rye too. It's just coming up like crazy. I got to work on my deer feeder a little bit because the squirrels pulverize it. I showed you that in one of the other videos. But anyway, we got a well, and that's cool. Okay, I was just on my walkabout here, and I came across a print, and I wasn't sure exactly what I was looking at, but now that I've looked at it a little bit more, I think I know what it is. Maybe. So, what you've got here, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe you can see it better now. You've got a pad, 1 print, 2 print, 3 print, 4 print. It's 4 prints right there. Now, whatever it is, it doesn't have any claws protruding from the toes. So I'm assuming that's a big cat. Kind of hard to see, but you can see my hand and you see that print. 1, 2, 3, 4 toes and a big pad. That's a big one. Whatever it is came right through here. Tore that up. Left another print right here. So this is only a partial, but there's the pad. It's one print, two prints. So only left 2 out of 4 toes. I could be wrong. I'm not the best tracker in the world, and I'm not the best person to identify a track. But I think that's a cougar. Yes, I do. Dang. The shitty part is he could be in this grass and I'd never know it. Anyway, that's fun. Well, folks, I'm feeling grateful this afternoon, watching the sunset, thinking about the well that just got dug, all the trapping going on, and even the cougar that walked 30 yards from the cabin. It's a pretty cool time to be alive, and a pretty cool place to be living it. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Amen. Morning, everybody. So, look at there. There's a bug in my coffee. I don't like that. Them fellers came out and got their well drilling rig this morning. First thing, they're on to the next job, and they've capped off the well, which is cool. What's really cool is that, last night I went out there and I could hear that thing dripping down there. And this morning, he dropped his plumb bob down there and hit water at 60 feet. So that thing has filled up with 180 feet of water overnight. So that's pretty cool. So y'all remember that the Lord is good all the time, and all the time He is awesome. So the next thing to do with that well is get a sand filter built for it, and get a couple pumps put on it, and be good, man. So we'll talk at y'all later.